right now we've got the League of Legends World Championship happening, and I think it's in Singapore.
Is it?
I think.
I don't know.
It's in Narnia.
Shit.
Of course.
The lineup to that closet is crazy.
Full of nerds.
How many people do you think you can fit into the closet at a time? Probably 2.
2.
Yeah.
But then you gotta check tickets, right?
Care about what goes into a closet.
There's a font on the other side, like just clicking with the counter.
So League of Legends.
Narnia.
I know there's like a giant prize pool, which is kind of ridiculous.
What's the prize pool?
The prize pool is.
You're the nerd.
I am not a nerd.
The prize pool is exactly $2 million.
Exactly. The prize pool is $50,000 for the first
really?
team. The second team is $25,000.
What?
Third team is only $10,000.
I thought it was like $2 million.
Oh, TPA got $1 million last year.
But
Yeah.
Oh,
but
what?
there is more. For Dota, it is 10 million.
0.9.
Yeah, but League was like 2 million, I thought.
No.
Oh shit.
Dota was 10.9.
Maybe it's per person.
Hold on, Mr. Box Chat. the difference is that Dota, it's kind of like Kickstarter.
Yeah.
In
They
Dota,
buy a compendium.
yeah, they ask people to
Yeah.
pledge to pool in money for the tournament to happen.
Riot is rich as shit.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Riot is really.
All my
really,
friends are
really-
buying all these like Foxfire skins and shit.
Their profit
Like 20
ratios
bucks.
are crazy.
Yeah, I just spent like $35 yesterday.
Yeah.
So okay, my biggest question like is actually around the esport issue. Like, is it an esport? Because people call it esport, and these athletes can actually qualify for athletic passports to come to
Oh,
What?
America to compete.
Really?
Yeah, that's why it's called a sport now. Because then they can actually get an athlete's visa and
my
come
God.
to stateside, in States only right now. I don't know about America or Canada, but then you can actually be considered an athlete training here on a visa and working here. It's on a visa.
So it's politically correct that these guys are athletes.
And it's also on ESPN,
That is
the sports network. It actually was broadcasted.
What?
But then the whole thing about it is people are like, well, no one's like sweating unless you're a big nerd. And there's no actual physical exertion, they say. So how is it a sport? Is it an actual sport? Is it just a competition? Is it just,
It's
video
a
games,
sport.
right?
I say it's a sport. I do play League of Legends competitively, and I've been playing since.
Beta.
Excuse me. I've been playing since the dawn of time, which was in Reign of Chaos.
really?
Yeah, and it was a map that was started in. Okay, little backstory. In Warcraft 3.
I'll have it wave.
Yes, Warcraft 3.
In Warcraft 3, which was a really successful game, some map creators or modders, they made this map called Dota, and it used one single. It was
Defense of the
MOBA.
Ancients.
It's. I don't want to talk anymore, guys. You guys are. I don't want to play with you. So. Yeah, they made this map called Dota, and it's evolved. And once Warcraft 3 was out of style, the dev team split up, and some of them made Han, and some of them made League of Legends, and then Dota 2 was revived later by Valve. So all three are still on the table now.
Yeah.
Han's developer has a new game called Stripe.
Stripe?
Smite.
Smite or Stripe? No, there's two. There's
There's
Stripe and there's also Smite.
There's
Okay.
Stripe just came out.
And Blizzard is making their own now too, right?
Yeah, it's
Strike.
Heroes of the Storm is
Heroes of the
Blizzard's
Storm, yeah.
take on MOBAs.
Yeah.
Which, it's MOBAs is what you kind of call these games with lanes and towers and nexuses and stuff.
Yeah, there would be a dictionary definition on top.
It'll just
Well, actually,
It'll be a thing.
the thing about to be a nerd, the thing about MOBAs actually doesn't make sense because it stands for
Multiplayer.
online battle arena, which is like
multiplayer online battle.
which is like Smash Brothers.
Which is
That is a multi-online battle arena, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Street Fighter, so all right.
It's a
Anyways,
terrible
I
name.
digress. So, how about the other thing? Of the amount of money you get.
Oh.
What do you
that's
guys feel about
fucking
that?
Crazy. No, but then at the same time, basketball players get millions a year for a contract,
Yeah.
right? So, and they're just starting out. It's not all of them that get like 10 million each. It's 10 million for the team, and then let's say it's like 60% for the sponsors or whatever.
I think
it
it's
is.
more than that too.
Yeah, and then they end up getting like how many thousands of dollars,
Mhm.
right? So it's not the 10 million that the whole team is getting.
It's the
five
same
people.
thing. It's the same thing in MOBAs.
Yeah.
Like I was saying earlier, I do play competitively, but I'm not a professional player. Professional players have sponsors that buy them a house, and they practice in the house at all times, like 7 days a week. They live together, they eat together, they play together all the time. Sponsors like Samsung and
That's crazy.
all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
that was one of the top teams, right? It was like SSM or something.
There's
Samsung
like
team.
a few Samsung teams,
Yeah.
like Samsung White and Samsung
Yeah.
whatever.
Really? And they fight?
Yeah, they fight each other.
That's hilarious.
usually,
Samsung will always win.
Yeah.
If they have all the teams.
But the game itself, for a MOBA game, I do think it is a sport, because it's
You practice.
you do practice, and it's kind of like a workout. Like you gotta learn how to work with your team. It's a lot like football.
Oh wait, time out. Do coaches get like athletic passports too if they like travel with their
They
team?
do.
Oh yeah,
But
whatever.
they're just using their minds as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so are these people who are playing these video games as well. They're just using their minds.
It,
so.
it is exactly like sports without the physical aspect, and
Yeah.
replacing that with the mental aspect.
Well, okay. So one of the things people will compare it to will be like chess or bowling,
Absolutely.
which these are recreational sports, right? So billiards and stuff. Like it's, I think they are.
Chess is
They are,
a competition.
Yeah.
Chess is.
So like even
Chess is
at
great.
that like at a high enough level, I guess you can consider anything
Yeah.
high enough to be. And regardless if it's a sport or not, it's pretty cool. I
Yeah,
think that
yeah.
you can be really good at a video game these days and not get your butt kicked. Well, I can say not get your ass kicked at school and like actually be
Censor it out.
considered like a hero, right? Like if you're good at League of Legends, man, like bitches love that.
Yeah, they do.
This is crazy.
They just love League of
Check out League of Honeys. Link.
Yeah. When I was loving video games, like
It wasn't cool?
nobody thought it was cool.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't give a
remember
shit when
that.
I
I was level 99 in like Final Fantasy 7 and people would be like, wow, go out and kiss girls.
Just last year at my university, I was taking a class, and the teacher spent a lot of her time in Korea when she was, I don't know, doing her master's or whatever. And in Korea, that's where like esports was kind of the most popular. 5 years ago or whatever, like that shit's been on TV.
They like dudes that look like girls.
Yeah, that's weird.
Put a picture. Kim's boyfriends.
And then picture Kim.
You'll meet Kim
No, we just
later.
need to put a picture of Will in like a wig.
there are pictures of this.
There are. Anyways.
Yeah, so she was talking about esports. She was talking about playing video games competitively and how people train for them, just like sports. And these girls, or actually most of the class was like, what? You train for, what do they work out? Like their finger strength and like their finger speed? And I'm like the Asian kid in the back. Oh, everybody's like white.
What's CPM? Explain to people.
What's CPM?
Yeah.
I don't know what CPM is.
Clicks per minute.
Oh, clicks per minute.
And why it matters.
Why it matters? Well, it only really matters in StarCraft, I think, and a few other games.
Even in League, like I noticed they introduce people and be like, this is their CPM. And it's just like this. It's a stat that
No.
seems to matter for some reason.
It doesn't
Not in
matter
League, because there's
yeah.
cooldowns, right?
It's too slow of a game compared to
StarCraft, where you.
Well, there's
like
not. I guess there's no micro or macro.
Right.
There is no micro.
Yeah,
and macro.
okay.
There's only micro. In StarCraft, it's like you have an unlimited amount of things you can do. Like even when you're performing optimally,
You're not getting everything.
there's
Spell.
still more things to do.
You can.
That's why clicks per minute
expand
matter.
on it. Yeah, that's fine.
But anyways, my entire class was laughing, and I was like the only Asian kid in like the back corner of the room with my N7 Mass Effect hoodie on. I was like, stupid plebeians. They don't know anything.
I
How
need
dare
some-
you.
I was super
Muggles.
hurt. I was so, and the teacher was hurt. She was like, "You guys are retarded." She didn't say that, but
Yes, you do.
yeah, she totally did.
But yeah, I think it's.
Yeah, I think it could be.
Yeah.
Okay.
It should be legitimately
So-
considered a sport.
Flip on the head then. Y'all have kids.
Yeah.
Y'all are like 10 years older.
Yeah.
But we have
And
kids.
your kid, boy or girl, comes up to you and be like, I want to be a professional gamer. What would you say to them?
I have done well. did good. You have graduated from life now. What?
Is that what you would do?
Is that what you would do? You would
Yeah,
have
stop being a doctor.
Nah, you're so old.
You're being a doctor?
Can
you be a doctor?
You lawyer, doctor. Come on, Will.
Yeah.
We don't need that shit. Here.
But yeah, I understand.
Astronaut doctor.
Okay, 'cause my point is like, all right, so these guys in these awesome freaking league teams, all right?
Yeah.
You made $50,000 a year, decent amount of money,
If you win, right?
Yeah.
and you win for like consecutive 8 years, but then now your game goes out of style. No one's playing league anymore. You now gotta go play League 2. You're not good at it. What happens now? The last 5 years of your life, you have zero skills besides playing League.
I know exactly.
Then
how
what are you
this
gonna
works. Professional gamers clock out at the age of 21 because scientifically,
Really?
yeah, they've looked into this. When you reach 21, your brain is just not as fast anymore. You do not learn as fast, and you just everything decreases or
Interesting.
depreciates. So it's rare for
Like a dinosaur.
it's how old are you, Will? That
That's why I suck at Halo so much.
I'm 20. I'm 22.
He's 22.
So that's why in esports there's rarely older professional players, and they're always like high school kids that are being groomed into the position.
Interesting.
With the
Oh,
exception of North America. North
They're all
America,
Spartans.
yeah, they're all Spartans pretty much. They like
Huh.
inject them. They put them.
Now
in
that you
houses.
say that, you all do look very, very young.
Yeah.
they're all in high school.
So I guess your point is that it's not too late for them to restart or pick something new if they stop.
Under
true.
a certain age. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
pretty much. Except for North America. North America never learns. Like, all the professional players are like 25 plus because like it's a celebrity thing. It's
Yeah.
not about their skill. But in Korea or like any other country really, they're all like 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds, and then they just cycle out because they judge it by skill.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense because I hear a lot of people talk about like, oh, this person, that person on this team. I'm like, oh, I'm like, but are they any good?